You grew up in South Central?
Nah, my mom. It's like a long story. My mom is because I guess like my mom I guess had problems with my dad, so they ended up splitting. So my mom, I guess she was just like looking for a new man, I guess. So she ended up finding a man, and he ended up living out here.
Yeah.
So for a long time, but the good thing is that he's really supportive towards my mom when it comes to things, because she used to sell fruit like just like that, like with a table, no license, no nothing, and I used to go with her, and like literally like we would be there until from like 12 to 6. But my mom would be like, you want to stay here a little later, like everything else would be for you. And then I'll be like, oh, okay, let's do it. And then sometimes we'll stay from like, let's say 2 hours extra, but it'll be like $40-$50. But like I tell my mom, like, wow, I can get me new shoes now or something like that. You get me? Because that's how my mom would be. You want new shoes or something?
You gotta hustle for it.
Yeah, you gotta work for it.
Right.
Because it's a good thing that was her mentality. She didn't want us always being like, oh, I want this. Because, and then my dad would be like, he would try to do that, like, I don't want you guys stealing, so whatever you guys want, just ask me. But my mom would be like the opposite, like, you don't steal, but you gotta work for your stuff, you get me? So you can know how it feels to, like, let's say you work hard for your thing and you appreciate it, and it lasts longer. Because when something's given to you, you don't really appreciate it as much as when you...
Yeah, you're just reading my thoughts, dog, because as you were explaining that, I was like, when people have given me things, like, I appreciate it because of my personality. But at the same time, when I work for something, I just own it. And I'm like so much more excited about it. Because I'm just like, I did it. And of course, right? You're like, when you lend it to people, you're like, hey, dog, make sure that you don't mess it up. Because, and things get more expensive, right? Like, let's say you get a car, like a fresh, brand new $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 car. And your son is like, I want to take this because it's prom or whatever. You're going to be like, damn, I don't know, I should lend it to this guy. Like, you become like very hesitant about how you do things with certain people depending on how much money you invested into the thing. It's pretty cool though. I see where you got your hustling mentality. You got it from your moms.
Because and then like when I started selling chorizo, she would be like, just, like, I don't think it's going to work out for you, like, just look for a job, mijo. And I told her, it's your fault. It's your fault I'm selling chorizo. It's like, you're the one that made me, like, be like, oh, so dedicated to whatever you do, like, you were so dedicated in selling fruit. You would go to LA, wake up, like, at 4, get your fruit, come back, pick, I would help you, like, peel all the fruit, cut it, 6 in the morning, 7, you would wake me up, and next thing we put it in cups, and then by the time we're done, we go sell fruit and come back. Like, I wouldn't kick with my friends because you put that in my mind, like, be dedicated to make money if you want to make money. And then when you wouldn't go, you wouldn't make money. So I seen it like, that's my job, It's like a job. It's like, if you don't dedicate yourself, you're not gonna go nowhere.
That's true. What inspired your idea to begin to sell chorizo? Because obviously, like, you're talking about your foundation. It's hard work. And your work ethic is really high, and that's just what you want to do. But then how did you go ahead and say, like, I want to go ahead and do chorizo?
I think it's because I helped my dad all my life. He's been doing it since, I don't even know, probably before even I was born, because when I was a kid, he would tell me, hey, get ready, mix the meat. And I'll be like, how? And even my sister, she knew it before me, so she taught me, like, oh, this is how you do it. And like she taught me, and after since, like, it's basically kind of like marinating the meat, kind of like, how you make hamburgers but by scratch. You have to add the seasoning,
and then you mix it up, and then you put it into a little container, and then you can, like, finally plaster it on the
kind of like that. But instead of doing the plaster stuff, we just leave it like that, because we have, like, what the carnicerias have. They have the meat grinders.
Ya sale bien bonito, ¿eh?
So it has to be quick too, because since the meat's at a certain temperature, we don't want it to rise quick, you get me? So basically, we do everything in probably like 30 minutes. But we have to, as soon as it's ready, we put it in the fridge, and it just lets all the juice come out. Like, as it's marinating, all the extra juices just easily, just like it's distilling, so it just comes out until it's ready. That's why it kind of took long, because I was waiting for it to distill and I had to bag it up, because my mom, she was like, have a bunch of customers wanting chorizo, I need 20 pounds, but buy 2 pounds a bag. And I was like, oh, okay, just give me like at least 30 an hour, you know?
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't think I'm gonna make it on time, sorry, bro. Yeah. And then that's how I was like, I really appreciate you like really waiting for me, you know, because I know there's some people are like, hey, I'm giving you this opportunity, you know. Yeah. You should really appreciate it.
Yeah, but sometimes in life you gotta be flexible. If you're not flexible, like I'll give you an example. Like if you grab a ruler, right? It's really hard. There's only so much it can take before it breaks. Yeah. And what happens when you get something that's flexible, it's able to take more pressure in life, you know. So overall, like I've learned that when you're flexible with people, you're able to take on more weight. And at the end of the day, if you apply that to like lifting, you get stronger and stronger and stronger. So when you're flexible as a person, you're able to get the best out of yourself and others as well. Otherwise, imagine like you would have not been here, because then I would have like, nah, dog, you fucked up, like, you know. Yeah. But at the same time, you should also understand, right, that the other people, like if they're like very like structured in their time and you don't make the time, then that's also a lack of professionalism or whatever, right? Yeah. But it's not like that, right? Yeah. It's pretty cool, man. But going back to like the chorizo, you know, it's badass, bro. And it's funny because in high school that was my nickname, like literally. Yeah. So when I found you online, I was like this is like special, you know, like this is a special thing right here, like especially because I don't see a lot of people ever like slanging chorizo. Like you see you know, taqueros and everything, and they clearly have chorizo, but you seem like you were specializing in that, right? And it's because of your experience, right, and working with it and making sure that it's not wet. That's one of your key things, right? Is making sure that it's like not necessarily dry, but not like super wet either.
Yeah, it's like because when people see it in the vapor, when I'm giving out the samples, they're like, it looks like too dry. And then when they try, they're like, oh my god, it looks dry, but yeah, when you bite it, it has that juiciness in it. And I was like, that's that orange juice we put in it, because with us, that's why it doesn't give you any heartburns or anything, because carnicerias or meat butchers, they add vinegar to make it stay wet. And so they add like, oh, does it feel still dry, like the meat? They just keep on adding vinegar. But with us, we add juice, very little vinegar, just very little. But that's what we mostly add. Oh, does it feel dry still? A little. Keep on adding juice, because you know when they cook it and when they eat it, they're just gonna smell that vinegar, and that's why it just smells like, ooh, you know, like just so strong, you know. And that, I don't know what it is though, because I never worked for any other butcher, but my dad, he's like, oh, you don't.
So your dad owns the butcher place, or he just works there?
No, he works for Vallarta actually.
Okay.
And I told him like, what's the difference? You know, the chorizo we make and the chorizo from the Vallarta.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, the difference from the Vallarta is like, let's say a meat hasn't been sold. Yeah. And it's about to go expired, or it's already like expiring but barely. They just throw it in the meat grinder, all the meats, and they just say it's pork.
Damn, that's some dirty ass movie right there.
And I'm like, and I even tell people like, oh, this is actually pork. We don't say it's pork, and next thing you know, it's made out of the whole farm.
Right.
You know, like.
Although that might be pretty good too, but the point is that they're lying to you.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't like, bro. I don't like. That's why I've always kind of hated like certain salesmen, because their ethics and values go straight out the window the moment that they start thinking about money.
Yeah.
And you see that in all, like, car salesmen. You see it in all sorts of salesmen where you like right away, like you listen to them and you're like, dude, I think you're smarter than you really are, because in what you're saying, I'm hearing a lot of leaks. You know what I'm saying? And you're trying to sell me a dream when in reality it's a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always love that about like certain salespeople, is that some of them are genuine and some of them are real and they have ethics, you know. And when you can prove and say like, my stuff is 100%, I don't know whether it be organic or whether it be like straight 100% pork, those are the things that are valuable. You know, those are the things that are gonna be like, people are gonna come back because they're like, I guarantee you that it's straight from a good source, and it's not being mixed. Like when we eat chicken nuggets, right? Who knows what the fuck what's in there? I don't really eat them anymore, but sometimes I do. When I'm like hungry or something, I gotta go on the go, and it's like fine. But then I'll fucking have to go to Shitters after. Yeah. You know. When I think about that pork meat, I gotta ask, like, where are you guys getting your meat from?
We actually get it from if you actually know, like, let's say if you have a friend that owns a donut shop, any business, we go to where they get their stuff as well. It's called Restaurant Depot. They don't get their stuff from there. I clearly understand, everybody has their own place where they want to get their stuff, but we go to Restaurant Depot. Thanks to my dad's friend, he owns his own restaurant, so he let us borrow one of his little cards. And so since I was a kid, I would go with my dad to Restaurant Depot. So basically every day it's fresh. You see all these types of meats, all these types of cheeses, like cheeses I've never seen before, and hams. And I'm like, whoa, like this is a place where restaurants shop. When I was a little kid, I was like so excited.
Like Disneyland?
Yeah, and I was like, they were so cool because like I never seen so many things, like meats and all this. And my dad would just get, of course, one, but he would get other meats when customers be like, oh, I want this and this. And my dad, of course, he would hook them up with the price. But sometimes, taco shops can't really, let's say, they go out of business sometimes. So that's why they just stop calling my dad, because since they go out of business, they don't really, because I guess like I've noticed is like there's like 3 taco spots in like one corner or something like that.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, and it's like I'm pretty sure one's not gonna go and
make it the most.
Yeah, make it. And it's not being mean. It's just that there's 3. Like people are gonna just be like, oh, I'm gonna just choose this one or this one. If they like it, they're always gonna choose it because.
Yeah. Why do you think? That's a good question. Like, why do you think that when there's like a spot, like a taco spot, for example, there's usually other people that come along, not necessarily to eat their products, but to also set up their little businesses right there.
Like, I think, or like, what are you saying? Like, why do other people post up?
Why do so many different businesses pull up in the same spot? Like one taquero, another taquero across the street, and then another one like right next to them.
Sometimes I think it's because like one taco stand is doing so well, where they think like, oh, if we go, there's gonna be such a long line, they don't want to wait, they'll probably come to us. That's just an opinion.
Right, for sure.
But another thing, it can be like I had the other thing. One was that one, and then the other one would be like, oh, let's just try it out, let's just see if it goes well. If it doesn't, then no, But I don't understand why they do that too, because I would be like, oh, let's go to a busy area where there's nobody, so we'll be like, oh, like a new, like, and there's nobody around, let's try them out.
Right.
You get me?
Yeah.
So they'll be like, oh, and they're good, because I used to do that. I used to sell tacos, and it would go good because I was the only one there, but I didn't want to do tacos. That's the thing. I wanted to promote the chorizo.
Yeah.
And then I was like, because I used to sell chorizo by itself, but I wasn't as dedicated because I didn't have like the dedicated mentality at that time. I don't know. I was just like, I was younger. I was just hanging out with friends.
Like how old? How old are you now?
I'm 20. I'm about to turn 22 next month.
So when you started, you were like what, 17?
17.
Okay.
And I would only do it like Thursdays and Fridays.
Okay.
So like I would be at Home Depot only Thursdays and Fridays, and it would go good. But then I ended up getting a job, and then from there I didn't have time to do it because I wanted to do it in the afternoons because there's a security that works from 10 to 4:30, and that security kicks me out. That's why I tell people I'm gonna be here at 5. I'm gonna be here at 5.
Yeah. So you chose that spot already because that's where you regularly go and your customers already kind of know where to find you.
Yeah.
Because my question was like, how do you know what spot to pick?
Oh, that's a good question. It's because when you have a product or when you have something, you gotta look for targets. And I had to look for hungry Mexicans. I had to look for couples.
Yeah.
Because it's always if not the husband would take the sample, the wife will. You get me?
So you're just increasing your chances of getting your product to be tasted.
Yeah, and then that's thing, I need foot traffic, cause traffic, they're not gonna stop just for a sample.
Right.
Foot traffic, they're like, might as well.
It's like when you're at the store, right? At the supermarket, and they have samples. You're like, well, might as well.
Yeah.
And it ends up being good, so you end up buying some.
And then everyday fresh, I don't sell you chorizo that's gonna be a day or 2 days old. I never do that because I'm a picky eater, like I'm really picky. Like if it doesn't taste good, I wouldn't really eat it. Like my wife knows when I've gone to like Los Tres Hermanos, and I love enchiladas. And their sauce wasn't good, and the chicken was, and I even a beef taco, the meat would I was like disgusted.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't eat this. And I told I don't care if I'm gonna have to pay for it. Like I don't want to sound rude because I'm that type of person. I don't want to sound rude at all.
Right.
And my wife, she's like, no, you have to back yourself up. But I was like, no, I would just, I wouldn't go ever again. So instead of making a commotion, just respectfully.
Yeah, you don't have to be a dick either. Like, hey, your food sucks. But you can just be like, you know what? Like, thanks for trying, but I don't like it. I mean, I'm a picky eater too, bro. Like, if it's not what I want, then why am I gonna eat it?
Yeah.
But that's also nice of you to say, like, I'm still gonna go ahead and pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know the specifics of how business should be run or anything. I don't have anything, but I would imagine that a lot of people do offer refunds, right? Because they're like, hey, this is bad, or they would be like, well, I'll give you another one. That's usually what they'll say. They're like, we'll cook you another one, but you're like, is the same cook gonna cook that with the same meat?
Yeah, that's what I was. So I was just like, I'd rather just, get. I don't know what I did that day, to be honest, but I just remember that because we went. I think we went somewhere in the morning, and then after we're like, oh, we're hungry. I think we went to church with their mom or something like that, and then we always go get Los Tres Hermanos, but I don't know why that time.
Sometimes it's bad food, like it's been there for a couple weeks, like that. A lot of people do tell me. A lot of people that work in restaurants is like they'll try to use up the food that's kind of been there for a while.
Yeah.
And it's just, I guess it's the way their practices go and stuff. Because I mean, I don't know. Maybe we have a couple days for it to still be legal, but it's already decreasing its taste because it's not as fresh. Like that's why. Like when you go to a rancho or something and they freshly cut the cow, like they kill it in front of you, and then you eat that same meat in a couple hours, you're like, it has a special flavor to it that you can't really replicate in the city.
Yeah.
Unless their products are coming straight from a ranch and it's like really, really fresh, which is a big deal. There's an app. It's called ButcherBox. Have you heard about it?
Oh no, I hadn't.
ButcherBox, bro. It's expensive, but they'll guarantee you, to send you food, all types of meat, whether it be fish or whether it be chicken or cow or whatever, and it's 100% organic, like 100% organic, and it's gonna come straight to your house, bi-weekly, weekly, pounds of it if you want. But it's impressive how they've done that.
Yeah.
But the reason why I bring that up is because like they'll guarantee you the organic part of it, which is kind of like having rancho meat at your footstep every single day. Of course, it's gonna be more expensive than going to Food for Less or going to a badass like local carniceria, but the food is like legit. But some people have the means to do it, and I hope to be able to do that one day. But like for now, I gotta go buy food like everybody else.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself going, man, with the chorizo, though?
To be honest, this week coming up, I'm gonna try to work. Well, I'm gonna work with the president of the SFV LGBT community leader. He's gonna be my sponsor, so we can finally legalize it.
The
chorizo.
Nice.
So hopefully from there, I can try to he can help me out too because he's been a really big help. Shout out to Ronato because he's like a really good person first of all, and he's like because I told him if you guys have any fundraisers or anything, I'm willing to go. Like, I don't mind if it's coming out of my pocket. You know, I want to be known.
You want to help.
Yeah, I want to be known for like giving back to my community, not just for
using the chorizo man. Well, yes, I feel that.
So I'm like, cause I seen a video. I think one of the Shark Tank of the guy, he owns I think the Clippers.
Oh no, he owns the Mavericks. You're talking about Mark Cuban.
Yeah, he's saying you're saying a scam. It's cause what you're trying to make me invest in something that you're saying it's a win-win, where you're saying you win but the customers win as well because they're getting a good product, but yet I don't see the customers win. You get me? Like, and you gotta sell them a product where they can be like, ooh, like, I'm buying this product because it's like it's like a win for them because it's a really different product from the stores. You get me? It's like a win because it's cheaper as well from the stores, because they told me the prices. My customers told me the prices from butcher shops that they sell it for like $6 or $7 a pound for the same one I sell, but it's less tastier. And then I told them, well, like, you know, I'm just trying to let it out there for like a good price, so people can be like, oh, you know, he sold it for this, you know, this. And I tell them, if you buy more than 20 pounds, you get it for $4 a pound. And then if you buy, of course, if a restaurant, I tell them if you buy more than 40 pounds, you get it. The cheapest is $3.50.
Yeah.
Because that's
dope though. How you've created your like tier systems already. Like,
yeah.
Obviously, like a pound, it's, I don't know what, like $8 or something.
$5.
Okay.
Just $5.
Damn. Like I was thinking already, like it's gonna be a lot more expensive. But the more they buy, the cheaper it gets.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. And it's like, that's super legit, bro. And second of all, like, super congrats on having a government official, right? Renato.
Yeah.
It's a big deal, bro, when you start to get to like that level where like the city council or whatever is like beginning to recognize you for your efforts. And then they start rewarding your efforts by saying like, hey dude, I know you're kind of doing it on the table right now, and that's just how you have to start. Like, everyone starts like that, bro. Like, I have a homie, his name's Danny. He owns Cielito Cafe right here, right by the corner. And he started off just like that. Where basically he would set up his little thing, he would grind up his coffee, and he would put it into the machine, and it would come out, and people would buy it. But I'm saying, like, he would set up at places like that, and now he has his own place, and it's like, I think it's like booming, you know, like Spectrum and Canal 34 and all these motherfuckers, like, they come to him to just talk and kind of use their means to elevate his business. You know, so clearly you're kind of in your right path, you know, and you're creating all these like different like networks and stuff, and how are you enjoying that process, man? Like, so what is your favorite thing about that process, and your least favorite thing about that process?
My favorite thing about the process would be like meeting a bunch of people. You get me? Like, everybody just has their own personality, you know, they give me their own tips, and a lot of people think like, oh, I might tell him something, but he might ignore me or he might not listen. But I listen to everybody, because originally me cooking samples wasn't even my idea. It was a customer's idea. It was a bunch of customers.
When you were doing tacos?
When I was selling chorizo, and just because I used to sell chorizo just as hielera.
Oh, just straight up without being cooked.
Yeah. Okay. So people basically had to risk their money. You get me? Because they haven't tried it.
They haven't tried it, so they're like, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, if I don't like it, I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna look for you.
And I'll fucking find you, dog. Yeah.
And then I tell them, I'm gonna be here Monday through Friday. So if you don't like it, or if you do like it, come back and see me here.
Yeah.
Because I just like so much confidence, you know, like just have to just sell it, you know, because I'm not. I tell people it can be my confidence selling bad chorizo, but I wouldn't be as confident, because me and my gut as a good person, I cannot.
You have a conscience?
Yeah. Like,
damn, this conscience, it fucking ruins me every day.
Yeah, like it really bugs me. Like, if something bugs me, I have to let someone know. Like I can't. And then, especially me, I can't do that to anybody, because I wouldn't want the same thing happening to me. Because like, why would I want to get like let's say bad meat sold to me, you get me?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want that. Like I would want the guy to be honest with me, you know, like I wouldn't even ask him like, hey, be honest. I'll give you the $5. You know, I don't care if it's good or bad meat, but you know, like I want to help you out, but if it's really good, give me it. But if it's not good, like if it, you know, if you say it's good and it's not good, I'm not gonna buy it, but I'll help you out.
Yeah.
You know.
So you solve that dilemma by cooking it in front of them, and they get to try it, and if they like it, they're like, pues cómprate una pinche libra.
And
right?
I told people, and people would tell me like, no, I need to try it out first, to be honest, because it's like you're in a parking lot.
You can't. I don't trust you.
Yeah, like I can't trust you. I was like, I need to really try it.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I was like, you know what? These people are right. I need to really start doing that, because in order for people to really try it or really buy it, they need to try it. So that's why I was like, oh, come by to try it before you guys buy.
Yeah.
So now, those guys that came back that would tell me like, oh, you need a sample, they see like me with the little varilla, like the little plancha, and they're like, oh, you listen to me. And I was like, I had to.
Yeah. People have so much wisdom to give. And I always think about that, because sometimes we tend to think that the more popular people, whether it be social media or not, that they have the most to give. But sometimes people that have nothing to their name are some of the people that have the most gifts to share.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's a great tactic to kind of just be open. Whether it be you're a child or you're like 90 years old and your walker barely get into your car, like if they express something as a human being and you give them like the time, not only have you built a relationship right then and there, which is gonna help you business anyways, it can also help you change something that you're not doing too well, and then you can just be better with that afterwards.
Yeah.
You know? So you said, first of all, your favorite thing, but you haven't said yet, what's your worst, what is the worst part of that process?
The worst part, probably me just always being paranoid of like
Cops. Damn.
Because I've always been paranoid, like what if one day I actually get pulled up on because the fruteros, like the fruteros right there. First of all, the fruteros, I think they're hating on me because
I fucking hate that shit.
Because supposedly I'm stealing their business. But one of the customers like, you guys are selling two different things.
Yeah, first of all.
Yeah, like, and I see how you sell, because I tell people like, I tell everybody that tell me, oh, you make money. I was like, but don't think I make that money because I'm just right there expecting the people to come to me. That's why I love foot traffic, because I have to go to them. But let me get back to what I hate on.
The cops.
The cops, and I just hate it because yesterday actually they took pictures of me.
The cops?
No, sheriff.
Oh, okay.
So sheriff are actually, I think they're above cops.
Did you pose for them?
I was just like so scared. I just looked down on my body. Like
you're like, oh, you guys are really
like flipping my tortilla. I was like, it's okay though. But
yeah.
I just like, and then like other than that, I don't hate
anything else.
Yeah, because there's people that actually are pretty mean about it. They're like, oh no, because before when I used to sell it with just la hielera, people would think I was asking for money, because there used to be a homeless person right there. But what I didn't like about that homeless guy is he said that he told me like, oh, I dedicate myself asking for money.
That's his dedication?
Yeah.
That's his hustle?
Yeah. And I'm like, like I just told him, to be honest, like I'm just glad my mom and dad always just taught me
something different.
Taught me how to work hard for my money. I can never do that to me, like not to sound mean or anything, but that's embarrassing how you would ask even a woman for money.
Right, I get what you're saying.
Because it's always like the man, you get me?
I get you. You know what's true to me is that I agree with you as far as like how I want to earn my stuff.
Yeah.
But what trips me out is that people are all gonna have their own ways of life, and you guys both have a chance to both be happy in life.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like you have your style, which I'm like more like that style, and then here comes other food that's like, well, I'm gonna live off of your money. You know what I'm saying? But it can be as equally as fun or producement of happiness. I don't know. It kind of trips me out.
Yeah, and I told him like, hopefully, like if I told him I hope hopefully it goes good for you, good son. Because I tell him every time he comes, he was like, oh, how's your day been? And how's business? I tell him like I'm messing around with him like how's business?
Yeah.
Because I tell him like
that's funny, dog.
So, cause it just like, cause a lot of people like they give him like money though because he tells them, oh, I'm homeless and everything, but he says he has his own little house or everything like that, and I'm just like, oh damn, that's crazy. But I'm not that type of person who'll be like, oh, don't give him money.
Yeah, cause now you're hating.
Yeah.
You're hating on his business.
Yeah. So I just like if he wants to do that, that's him. But it's just like that's just like it's crazy.
I get you. And clearly it's not embarrassing to him.
Yeah, because I saw like damn, like, cause he sometimes he tries to help me out.
Or he like sends them over to you.
Yeah, and that's I'm like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, like, we cool. We're on the same team, sort of.
Yeah, but like sometimes he tries to take it too far, where he tries to come and try to actually like try to touch
tax you.
No, try to touch my things like tortillas and stuff. But
why would you do that?
But he's like, oh, I'm just trying to help you out. Like, don't get mad at me. I was like, oh no, I'm not trying to get mad at me, because I told him, please don't do that. Please don't do that. And he like touched the tortilla, and I had to throw away that tortilla. Because I told him, like, I'm not trying to sound mean, but look, I have gloves and you don't, and look how dirty your hands are.
Yeah.
If some like customers seen that, they would have been like,
they're gonna be disgusted.
Yeah, they're gonna be disgusted, because that's how I felt, disgusted. Like, imagine if I gave that tortilla out to a person that saw it. They would be like, dude, are you kidding me?
You're canceled automatically.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah, like, dude, you don't care what? And I'm like, I really care about my business, I don't, like, it's not, I always have to stay looking like, clean and professional, because, like, if you don't, like, your stand or anything, people are gonna be like, oh, look at his stand, it's all dirty. Like, it's probably fucking makes the chorizo all dirty too,
Yeah, it's true.
And people ask me that, I was like, no, es de puerco, pero no lo hacemos puerco. And then I just
that's funny.
And then people are like, no, es de puerca.
That's funny. Like, I love words, bro. Especially like I feel so lucky to be able to understand and speak Spanish. Like, it's obviously not the best, and if I were to sit with someone who's 100% super fluent, but like, how there's like different forms of Spanish.
Yeah.
There's like people that are humble, and I can always have great conversations with humble Spanish speakers. But then you get into like the really like highly educated and affluent like Spanish speakers, and I start getting a little nervous. And I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck you're saying, and But it's still a great thing. Like, I love listening to all sorts of music. Like, one of my favorite genres of music is Spanish rock, en español. And I've always been able to connect with that. And it's like, I love music, right? So I can now listen to like another part of the world's music. And technically I can listen to anybody's music, and I do. Sometimes it's French, sometimes it's music from like Africa, and I don't understand the lyrics, but there's something really special and captivating about the sound waves in music, that no matter what the language is, you can always feel it. That's why I always say that music is like such a universal thing. And that was completely off tangent. But back to like the idea of the cops and stuff, like, I think that's a legit fear, bro. Like, it's a legit fear that oftentimes, like, you and a lot of our people, because we don't have as many means to legalize your business, right? Because you have to go through all these hoops and fire and obstacles. Sometimes because you lack the education, like, you don't know how to do it. And then number two, the biggest step for everybody is the money. Like, that's all everyone's excuse, and sometimes it's a valid excuse, sometimes it's a bullshit excuse.
Yeah.
I think it's a bullshit excuse when you're not doing anything to get to that amount of money, right? But then it's a valid excuse when you're like hustling, you're paying bills, you're doing all these things, but yet you're saving some money. You're saving some money so that when that moment gets there, you're able to pay for all your licenses and everything, and then you become legit, right? But it seems like you're obviously getting to that point, and I think that's a lovely thing, man.
Yeah, because I really want to get to that point where I can be like, oh, I can sell my chorizo to Costco, Yeah. And I can be that person in Costco instead of outside in the street.
Yeah.
So I can literally post on my Instagram, come by the Costco, we're in Costco today.
Yeah.
Or come by the Target, come by the Walmart.
Right.
Like, I don't care if people see me at Walmart, be like, oh, what the heck are you doing here at Walmart?
So
I'll be like, I don't care, I'm promoting my stuff,
Yeah.
You might see how, like, I might be working for Walmart, but no, I'm working for myself,
Right.
Like, here, have a sample. I don't care if people are going to be mean to me, I'm still going to be nice to them, I'm going to still try to just promote the chorizo, because it's not about me, it's about the chorizo.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to get my feelings away hurt because people are trying to make fun of me.
Yeah.
Like, I know what I'm getting myself into, It's like people don't understand that's an obstacle, That's an obstacle in life where people have to make fun of you. And even if you become a me, even if you become something, you should be appreciative about that because they're spreading you out.
Like, yeah. You know what? I've heard about that once. In fact, you probably really benefit from reading this title, this book. I can't remember it right now, but it's by God damn it, I hate when that shit happens. But Noah Berger, okay, that's the name of the author. But basically, the whole book is about how to make your product go viral. Not necessarily just internet viral, but through word of mouth, etc. Right? And one of the key concepts is that there is no bad publicity. Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because regardless, they're still getting out. Like, they're like, man, that fucking chorizo sucks, dude. Yeah, it does suck. I guess I'm gonna go try it, So that's the idea, is that there's no bad publicity. That is one of the tactics that actually got Donald Trump to become the president of the United States. Is because, let's say half the country loves him, half the country fucking despises him. But it was those same people that despised him that every day on social media they were talking about how fucking stupid he was, but they were still getting out his name out there. Right, so I'm glad that without reading that book, you already got that tactic down, bro.
Yeah.
The haters are still gonna spread your information.
Yeah, and that's what I really like people that talk about it. Just they're like, oh, you tried that chorizo? I don't know. But other people, like, let's say, like, I don't know, but let's say they're friends there, but they'll be like, oh, but I liked it. I'm like, what? You just said you don't like it. And there might be those people like, nah, that's nasty, but they never tried it, because that's how I was when I used to work for a Restaurant Depot where I get my meat.
So you used to work in that place?
I used to work there as well. I was a good worker,
Yeah.
Like, I would literally, like, finish early and help out other people. Like, cause it's like, let's say you run two full aisles. Like, everybody has to stock 2 aisles. So once you're done with those 2 aisles, you can chill. But me, I'm like, oh, I want to keep on working, because if I chill, I'm just gonna sleep. Mm-hmm. And now next thing I'm not gonna wake up.
Right.
Cause I used to work from 6 to 2:30 in the morning.
Damn, the graveyard shit. I never done that.
And it would suck because I would literally get home and I had a shower still and get ready for bed. So I would go to sleep like at 4. Cause once I shower, I feel like awake, and when I eat, of course, in the morning I feel awake. So I would have to, like, let's say, watch something to make me go to sleep. So I'm just like, dang. Sometimes I would try to rush home because I was just so tired, and I would just go take a shower and then go to sleep. But I wouldn't wake up as early because since I had my daughter, I was forced to wake up early. So it was just messing me up. And then as soon as I told them about the chorizo, like, my boss was like, oh, nah, don't try it. Like, it's nasty. Trust, it's nasty. And
the chorizo there?
No, the chorizo we make, I told him about it.
Yeah.
And then the boss was like, nah, don't try it. It's nasty. Trust. Like,
okay.
He was telling everybody, and then everybody would be like, oh, you so nasty chorizo. And I was like, all right. One day I brought chorizo, like, cooked, but we had to wait till lunch so I can give out samples. So I put it in the microwave. Like, they had, like, the really good microwaves, the ones that have, like, the freaking Subway and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it cooked quick, and I was like, that's a good thing because lunch is only 30 minutes.
Yeah, right.
And next thing you know, everybody was like, wow, bomb. And I was like, that's what happens when you hang out with negative people. You start thinking negative. Mm. And then I was towards the boss, and everybody was like, oh. and then next thing you know, it was like.
And then what motivated you to go from employee to self-employed? Because that's essentially what you are, right? Like, you can't work just for yourself. But so you make as much money as you want, but also if you don't work, then you don't make any money.
Yeah, that's why I literally try to work every Monday through Friday. Right. Because Saturday and Sunday I try to make it, like, let's say, homework and family time. because I go to school in the mornings.
Okay. What school do you go to?
I go to North Valley. I don't know if, like North Valley Occupational Center.
Okay.
It's like kind of like to finish up high school.
Okay.
But after that, I hope to go to COC, College of the Canyons, so I can take a 2-year program to learn more about reptiles and snakes.
Mm-hmm.
So I can go to a little zoo that's right there on Yarnell and Foothill, and right there, cause I know like the co-founders, they're David and Paul, really cool. They're really nice, cool guys, and hopefully, cause I used to go there when I was a kid, right when they opened. As soon as they opened, because I heard that was Michael Jackson's zoo. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I want to see Michael Jackson's animals. So every day I would go pay my $5 fee. And then next thing you know, I guess the employees felt bad that I was going every day just
paying money
just to see the same animals, And they're like, oh, we made you a forever season pass. And I was like, oh, what? And they told me it was made out of elephant poop. And I'm like, smelling it and stuff, and next thing you know, they're just like, what? Like he really likes animals, like he's so interested.
Yeah.
So hopefully, like, cause I seen him a couple of days before, and I just need like 3 or 4 more classes, and I'm done. So hopefully by this year I get accepted as well to COC, so I can just, in 2 years I can be done with that as well.
Yeah.
And I can just start doing this in the morning, the animals, and then in the afternoon do the chorizo.
So you want to work with animals as kind of like your way to kind of earn money as an employee, but then afterwards, after you're done with that job, you want to go back to the chorizo.
Like as soon as like I'm like off the shift,
mm-hmm.
I go to chorizo.
Yeah, same day. Morning reptiles.
Yeah.
And la tarde at nighttime with the chorizo.
Yeah.
I think that's a very like a balanced thing to do at your age, because I mean, why not just hustle as hard as you can to make your dreams come true?
Yeah.
Versus the people who, I would say, well, you already have a kid, so that means that your time already, like, you have to spend time with your child and obviously your wife and all these different things, right? So now it's like a juggler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back then, I just had one ball. I'm good. I play with this all day. And then I get a tool, right? And I was like, okay, this is pretty simple. It's when we start getting 3 and 4 and 5. And we start growing up and we start wanting to do more things and we want to go all over the place. But eventually, I mean, there's only so many balls that I can juggle. Maybe you could do 20 at once. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I could only do 3. So that's just kind of like a perspective, you know, that I think is really important. But I think you can handle it. Like, why did you decide though, like, animals? Like, what was it about them that, like, you were like so attracted to and passionate, obviously?
It's because all like my childhood, I've always wanted like a puppy, you know. And then as soon as I would get a puppy when I was a kid, like let's say like a couple months later, my mom would give him away. I don't know why. And then like they would always make fun of me, my cousins, like, oh, it probably died on you. And I was like, no, my mom gave it away, you know. So I was just a kid, you know, like, and like when I would see like when I had the puppies, of course, like they were like so in love with me, and like, so like it was just like, oh, you know, they're like my little best friends, you know, like my little kids. So it's just like that's why when I had a daughter, my wife was so surprised that I knew how to carry her and everything, because I used to treat my dogs like they're my babies. So she was like so surprised, like, what the heck? I thought you knew more than I expected. And I was like, yeah. And then so like it was just so cool, you know, that I'm not comparing a baby to a dog, but
they're kind of similar.
Yeah,
of course. Like there's a big similarity between a pet and a child. Obviously, a child is like more times 10. Yeah, you know, because the implications of what you do in their life is gonna show in the future. Like, let's say I don't know what type of relationship you guys got, but like let's say you guys are like the worst for each other, right? Your child is seeing all of that. Yeah. And then she's gonna grow up a screw up. And then people are like wondering why there's so many screw ups in the world. Is because they literally have fucked up families, and we learn everything from our families, from the way that men treat women to the way that women are doing things around the house. And it's like those things were like it's entering our minds, and it becomes like the part of our identity because it's in our subconscious. Mm-hmm. And at that point, you have to work so hard to eliminate or erase your past, which is, it's almost like it's not genetic. Like genetic is what we come out with, right? And then the subconscious is what we develop as we start expressing ourselves in life and learning and experiencing different things. Mm-hmm. So it becomes so hard, bro. In fact, I'm pretty sure that today you have your own little things that you don't like about yourself, but it's really hard to eliminate because you've been doing it for the past 20 years of your life. Mm-hmm. 22 years. And I'm in that same spot where I do things and I don't like them, and then I'm like, I gotta work really hard to make sure that I can change and be a better dude. But that's what I'm saying. It's interesting, you know, raising a child. Like I'm still not there. Hopefully, maybe one day if I'm able to, I don't know, if it's in my deck of cards, you know, then I'll have a child of my own. And I think it's such a interesting thing. Like, you're a pretty young father. Would you agree to that?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it changed your life?
I feel like it did, because I used to be really, let's say, really out there with my friends, you know, like, cause I had street friends, you know, like where they would get into big trouble. Not me, you know, it was my friends. I would just be there just to hanging out, you know, just kicking it. And of course, since I'm part of the crowd, you know how like I'm not saying it goes like that, but if you're part of a crowd, you're part of them, basically, you know? So when they would get into problems, like, I would be part of the problem, I guess, since I was there.
Definitely.
So, I've almost, like, let's say I almost lost my life because of kicking at my friends. So, for, like, when my wife got pregnant, I was like, you know, like, I can't really be doing this no more because I can't. Yeah, I can't risk my life over
something stupid.
Or something stupid. Like, it's really like, cause, you know, I was just so young and dumb, you know, I was just so like, I don't know what it was, you know, to be honest, but I was just like kicking with my friends, and when stuff like that would happen, I would just be like, just like, oh shoot, you know, like, just, somebody tries to do something, of course I'm gonna have to try to protect myself. But I can't promise that because my friend, he got sliced his whole cheek right here.
You saw that happen? Or you just knew about it?
I knew about it, and I seen my friend, like, and it was all bad.
Damn.
And that same guy almost got me too. That's why I was like, I think I could have died if I actually tried to do something, because that guy did not give no fucks. And he was like an actual gang member too, so, you know, the only thing to me, a way to get out of it would just be like, hey man, I ain't got no problem, fuck that shit. So he just literally just ran by me because I was at the door, and because that's what they call me, Choncy. And they're like, hey Choncy, close that door, don't make sure you don't leave. And I was about to close it, and I know he had a kitchen knife.
Yeah.
And this was like, you close that door, I'm gonna fucking shake you. And he's like this, running to me already, and I was just like, no pedo, food, fuck that shit. Like, no pedo, food, but like scared. I didn't say it like that, like, no pedo, food. I said it scared. And I was just like, my homies were like, what the fuck, Chauncey? I was like, fuck you, what the fuck? And next thing you know, this fool comes back, and he throws his kitchen knife at my friend. Next thing you know, my friend, he gets his kitchen knife, and he starts running towards that fool. And as soon as he just runs away, and he runs away, but he ended up coming back with like 2 cars, but full of guys. And thank God I knew one of the guys, but he was a cholo too. So from there, like, I was straight, you know, because I was like, Wicked, what the fuck, you know?
Yes.
And like, the fuck are you doing? And he's like, oh, what the fuck, Chelsea, what are you doing here? I'm like, I don't know, fool.
I was just stuck in between the bullshit.
Yeah, next thing you know, like, thank God, because of Wicked, nothing happened to me. But like, if I would have kept that closed, if I would have not let him through, I for sure something would have happened to me.
Yeah.
Like, because literally that same night, like, my friend, he's like, oh, fool, fuck that, Choco's coming. He's like, fuck that, I'm going inside, because I seen his other cheek, and nasty. Like, I seen him before that happened, and I seen him after. Like, you can be like, oh shoot, like, kind of remind me of Spider-Man. 3, the one where his son tries to go after him, but he blows him with the face a little bomb.
I don't remember.
Well, you know how like his face kind of changed because he threw a bomb in his face, or that little thing he threw.
I can try to imagine it as best as possible.
Yeah, so it kind of like that, like half of his face kind of like messed up.
That happened.
Yeah, like that's
like
how
he
bad.
didn't go get like medical.
Oh, he got medical, but like it's just like that's how bad it is though. Like it's still fucked up his face.
Damn, how big of a cut was it?
Like all this, like all
damn,
that.
He was trying to turn him into the Joker real quick.
Like literally, cause it was at a party, and so like he got him at a party. Like I guess he was gonna get down with him, but he didn't know he had a knife on him or a shank, and he just got him.
I think that's so cowardly, dog.
That is cowardly.
It's like if you're gonna get down with someone, just get down. Like I can respect people for getting down for sometimes it's for stupid reasons, which I don't agree. But like, let's say you don't have a choice, like as a guy or as a woman or whatever, and you're like, I have to fight to defend myself. Let's say you even try to like say no, I don't want to fight, but then another person's like so persistent, and you can't really get away from it. They try to punch you or something. Like you have to fight, you have to defend yourself.
Yeah, cause like I understand that that guy had a knife, but he had a knife too, you know. So they both
had knives.
No, but he didn't. But like I would understand if they both.
Oh, okay.
But you know, like.
He wants to fight, and then it's like the people that walk around trying to fight, but they have a gun. Or they have a knife, and then right away they bring it out. It's like, that's cowardly, bro. I don't want to say the other word, but like,
it's like, it's not the right way.
Yeah.
To.
I also don't want to like express to people that I think fighting is good.
Yeah.
Or anything.
But it's not. I mean, to me, like I always like talking. You know, like fool, why you getting mad? Fool, you're getting mad over that dumb shit. You know, you're really serious, fool.
Yeah.
Like my wife knows I don't like arguing.
You don't like arguing?
No.
You're the peacemaker?
I don't know, peace. Like, I try to be as much as I can.
It must be fun arguing between both of you guys. No, I'm just kidding.
It's just, like, it's funny because it's, like, I was just, like, literally, like, it could be something small and then it can be, like, big, but I just remind them, like, fool, you getting mad over this? And then next thing you know, they're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And so
you know what that reminds me of? Like, getting mad over traffic. Like when I'm stuck in traffic and I'm just like I've had my times.
Yeah.
Where I lose it. And then afterwards I'm like, damn, that was pretty stupid.
Yeah. Because after when you're out of traffic, you're like, fuck, you know, like.
Yeah, it doesn't change anything. You're not gonna get a fast pass.
Yeah.
You know, now you just ruin your day. You're pissed. Your emotions you're all anxious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's mature, bro. To try to find peace in those certain situations. Like I haven't really gotten to that point until kind of recently in my life where like I don't want no drama. I don't want to fight about nothing. I'm not saying that life is all peace and dandy. It's not.
Yeah.
But if I have a choice in deciding whether if I'm gonna be involved in some bullshit or not, I'd rather not.
Yeah.
Because
like literally like how I see it, if you want to live happy, be happy. You know, you don't want problems. Avoid them, you know, like if someone wants to be mad at you over some dumb things, let them be mad. Don't let that stop you from being happy. You know, you make sure you're always happy. If your wife, of course, is not happy, you make sure, of course, you know, like, cause I'm not happy unless she's happy, you know.
Yes, that's also true. I was gonna say like one of the only people that can really get under my skin is my girl.
Yeah.
The only person. Because I don't know, we just kind of know each other like that, and I care. I care deeply about how she sees me, and how we go off about. Because you know how it is, like when there's a little problem or something, you're uncomfortable. You're just uncomfortable, and it's just there, and then you like, you can try to ignore it all you want, but you're not gonna treat it until you like talk about it or something.
Yeah.
Right. So like. She's like the only person that can do that. I'm not saying she does it on purpose, but sometimes things just happen, you know? But anybody else, bro, I won't give a fuck. Like if you try to do something or you're trying to get under my skin or you're trying to play like little psychological games, I'm just like, I just forgot about you right now.
Yeah.
You know? But I'm trying to, you know, figure it out and grow up and see how I can be better, stuff like that. But that's a fucking crazy ass story, bro. The story that you just shared about like you're being kind of stuck in between the two different like gangsters and shit, and it's so I also know a lot of like cholos, but I was never kicking it too deep with them.
Yeah.
Cause I knew, bro.
Yeah, cause
it's too much desmadre.
Like it sucks how cause I like one time. Cause I was living in Silmar at the time, so I was.
You were what?
In Silmar.
Oh, Silmar.
I was living in Silmar at the time, so at the time I was like hanging out with my friend that lived up the street, but he's been living somewhere all his life. So he would take me to his friend, and of course, like we would just kick it and like drink, and you know, so we would just kick it. And next, you know, he has we kick it with gangsters, like all type of gangsters, but we're not part of them. But I guess we're part of them when we kick it, you know.
You gotta do what they're doing when you're just hanging out, because that's just what it's a social norm type thing.
Yeah. So like literally, like I'm cool with like, let's say even enemies, you know, and I kick with them, but I'm not spreading information, you know. I'm not doing none of that because why do that?
You're not doing any jobs for them.
Yeah, and like I'm not part of them, so why do anything? And next, you know, there's a San Pedro right there, Cholo, and next, you know, so his enemy from Astoria, and next thing he comes up to me in front of his kids, so disrespectful. He tells them like, "Hey, fool, what's up, fool?" Like trying to get down in front of his little kids, and he's like, "Fool, are you serious, fool? Put my kids away at least." And next thing you know, from that moment, cause I know how sometimes some fellows can like jump other people. So like let's say, and he was taking a little forever, and I was like, oh, I know what he's doing, you know. He's calling up his homies, he's gonna jump him right now. And I told the guy from Astoria, cause he came in his car, freaking nice, you know, like it was a 2006 Mustang, but like he made it look nice.
Super fixed up.
Nice tinted windows, everything, nice gray car, like a silver shiny car, you get me? And next thing you know, like when his friend came, or when the Cholo came back from Sanfed, he came back with like 7 dudes, all with clubs, metal poles, like the 7 guys all had weapons, and they
7 versus 1.
7 versus 1, just because he disrespected him. And I was like,
yeah, I get you.
I'm like, you know, he said he's gonna come back by himself, and you know, like that's why I don't like kicking with some type of gangs, because they don't, like, you know, I know gangs like violence, you know, not because I don't like violence, you know. I just like kicking it. I don't like violence.
It's fun. I get you. I mean, I know what it's like to, like, you want to be part of the world, but then you don't. So we kind of like we're like tippy-toeing. Yeah. It's like going to a pool or something, or the beach, and you're like, I want to try it out first. And then you're like, man, I don't like it. Yeah. Right? And that's kind of like what that world is like. Like, you think it's cool, but then as soon as, like, you say they're like, oh, here's do this or whatever, you're like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, because I know the consequences. That's why when my friends would ask me, hey, what's up? Do you want to join our game? I'm like, nah, I'm straight, because it's kicking, it's cool, but that's what I like to do, is kick it. I don't like I said, I don't like problems, because what do problems lead to?
More problems.
Jail,
death.
Yeah, so I know what it's gonna lead to, so I don't have to, like, I tell everybody that sells weed, all my friends that sell weed or anything like that, like, you're the mouse, the cops are the cats. Eventually the cat catches a mouse. So you get me? Like, you can be a mouse hiding in your holes, running low key, you know, trying to get the cheese. The cheese is the money, and eventually it's gonna be a trap, you know. Eventually the cheese is gonna be on the trap, so eventually you're gonna get caught. So that's how, like, selling chorizo is like, you know, it's, people tell me it's like selling food is like selling drugs, you know. It's like people love food, but you know, it's like, if you sell something good, like really good to them, then they're not gonna get addicted. But you get me?
Unless the chorizo is really good.
Yeah, it's like they get stuck on it. You know, they get stuck on it for being so good. So they even recommend their friends, like, hey, I got a chorizo connect, because that's what one of my clients, he's like, I do, like, look at your contact, you're my chorizo connect.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, I was like, that's dope. And then it's cool, you know, just having.
Yeah, well, it's obvious. There's a clear similarity. Like, you're selling something, but it's not the same. Like, I respect a lot of hustles The one I really kind of don't is like the cocaine one, because like you're causing a lot of problems. Like you're damaging like a lot of human souls with that. And I know you're making a lot of good money and you're probably doing good things with that, like supporting your family and things like that. But there's 100 other ways to hustle, to kind of to. So my thing is like the perfect hustle is one where it's service to people, like a legit service to people. Like you help people and you help yourself. That is like, in my opinion, the most ethical way to go about business. Yeah. And then there's all the other ways which I don't really agree with, but people are pretty much free to make their own choices. You know.
And I always tell people, you know, like if they don't want to buy the chorizo, I always tell them still take the sample, because you know I'm not the type of person that's gonna try to pressure you into buying the chorizo. Like, come on, just take a sample, just take a pound. Come on, I know you want a pound. Come on, come on. Your wife wants a pound.
You let the product speak for itself.
Yeah, because I don't want to be that guy, but like, oh, he pressures you too much. Fuck that, you know. Like he like, it's like I don't want to pressure anybody. I want people to be like, when they're comfortable, when they want to try it out, even if they don't want to try it out that day, they want to say, oh, next time. I'll be like, oh yeah, sounds good. You have a nice day. And I'm not gonna be like, oh, come on, try it out. There's not gonna be no next time. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to you know, I'm not just trying to pressure anybody. I don't want anybody to feel pressured, because that's what a lot of salesmen do. They pressure. They sometimes pressure people like to buy their product. You get me? Like they push it too much. You know? Yeah. I don't want to push it. Yeah. I just want to keep it at a level where like we're cool. You know, like, oh, he's cool. You know, he didn't do extra.
How did you learn that? What made you come to that conclusion?
When I would post up and see the fruit people sell, it's just like I'm really observant, and like, let's say like I even like say like, oh, because my dad tells me, if you don't like something, don't be like that. Be your own, you know, be the person you want to be, that wants to treat you, you know. So you always treat people the way you want to be treated, basically. So no matter what, if someone tries to treat me like an asshole, if they push it too much, I can be like, alright, you know, you're being an asshole, you get me, you need to stop already. Like, I'm not gonna talk to you, you're gonna be an asshole, you get me? Like, but there's people where it can be like, oh, like they're just trying to be funny, but a dick funny, so I'm gonna just let them be. You get me? And so like the fruteros, they would always just try to like be like, ándale pa tu esposa, pa tu mamá, pa tu, you know, they just try to say everything just so they can get it. And I was like, nah, I can't be like that, because they're gonna get mad at them, you know. Some like, I said no, you get me? Like my mom told me, no is no. You get me? Like when you hear a no, like when you hear a no, you stop saying the product, stop saying everything. You just say, okay, thank you, have a nice day, even if they're mean about it. No, like I'm like, oh, okay, thank you, have a nice day. You say it nice, because if they're having a bad day, you don't know that. You don't know they're having a bad day, because I have people where they're like, oh, you know, no, you know, like, and sometimes they're like, oh, how you doing, you know, oh, they probably had a bad day that day, you know, and that's why I'm just like, oh, okay, you know, like, because I don't want to get them more angry than they are, or if they're just an angry person, I don't want to get that angry person out of them.
I get you. You make things worse sometimes.
Yeah.
Or you make things better by depending on how you treat people.
Yeah.
And I think that's a beautiful thing, man. Where can people find out more about you, man?
Like
they say they're watching this and they're like, hey, I want to get some chorizo from this guy.
Like if they actually want, like, you know, like it's because I post up in Somar now. That's why, like, I posted on Instagram. I'm going to, you know, Huntington Park, and some people let me know.
You put Huntington, man. You missed the park.
Oh, damn.
So you know what I hate about saying that I'm from HP? Like people, they'll be like Huntington Beach, or they'll be like Highland Park, and I'm like, no, Huntington Park. It's pretty small. You know, not a lot of people know unless you're from Southeast LA or pretty much on this side of town. Like people know.
Yeah, that's why. Like I was like, oh, Huntington Park. That's my mama.
Oh, okay, that's how you know. But like I've always known about like Silmar. I've known about Pacoima. I've known about I don't know. I'm sure there's more towns out there, but you know, I've known about those.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. It's different. It's like similar people, like because we come from the same cultures,
Mm-hmm.
but it looks different, right? For some reason, for me when I'm out there, like it feels dry. It looks like it's sunnier and drier. Do you feel the same?
Yeah, actually, you're right. Because when we were out there, it was like nice, nice and dry, and over here it's like more cloudier.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I call my mom, and sometimes she's like, "Oh, it's raining over here." Like I don't know. And some days when it's raining, and it's cloudy, and I'm like, "What? It's crazy. It's over here sunny and stuff."
Yeah.
So I'm like, "What the heck? That's crazy." But I always wanted, like, if I could live in LA, I would, because foot traffic.
It's a business tactic.
Business tactic. So,
yeah.
So this is just like that's the main reason why I would love to live out here, but at the same time, like I don't know, just I have like my little doubts.
Yeah.
Because I don't wanna, like, let's say, just something happening, because my mom, there's always shootings about my mom's,
South Central, bro.
Yup, and
South Central is no joke.
for real, and people think it's like it's not bad out here. Like,
well, I mean, it's like, how would I describe it?
It's not bad because if you're used to it, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's normal.
Yeah,
it's totally normal. But like how we were talking about earlier, like if you're living in that lane, you're gonna experience a lot more.
Mm.
There's always a lot of incidents where a lot of people that they're not in that lane, they're bystanders or something, and unfortunately they kind of get some of it. But you increase your chances by staying in that lane of hurting yourself and your family. You stay out of that lane, doing your own thing, then you have a better chance of kind of living a little bit safer. But of course, when you live in a community like that, like there's a lot of like overlap and there's a lot of like leaking, So it could be that either you live a good life or a bad one. But what I meant was like, where can people, I don't know, contact you if they want to go ahead and not necessarily maybe get up, because you never know. Maybe there's some people that are out there already. So how would they be able to contact you if they want to partake in the chorizo?
So like if they wanted to buy some chorizo,
yeah.
Then they just like that's mostly like my Instagram I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I get my license, I want to create a website. Because I don't want to create a website before I get my license. And next thing you know, let's say I do get investigated, and because my dad said they take away all your things, in your house.
You have to start all over again.
Yeah, you have to start all over again. And the machine that we got alone is worth $3,000.
That's expensive, bro.
So it's like people think it's like cheap and to run your own business and stuff.
Yeah,
but when
it's a big investment.
Yup, it is, and that I bought myself too. So because I told my dad, don't worry, I'm gonna take care of you. And from that day, I've been taking care of him, and things like that. I told him, don't worry, I'm gonna buy it. I try to sell as much as I can because it was like really pricey, and I got him down to like 2,500. So it wasn't, it wasn't as bad as just, like negotiating.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's a good thing that I negotiated because I got it for a good price.
Yeah.
I think, because just the mortar is worth 2,500.
Yeah.
And the rest is like another 2,000.
Yeah.
So the whole thing in total, like complete, is like 4,000 or 5,000.
Yeah. The audience, man, they're still waiting for your app.
My Instagram would be Choncy Chorizo. Some people don't really know how to spell Choncy.
Spell it out for them.
CHONCY.
Yeah.
And then Chorizo, I'm pretty sure you know how to spell it. If not, it would be CHORIZO.
There you go, guys. Choncy Chorizo came out here to support the podcast. I'm really grateful, man. I'm really grateful that.
No, I'm really grateful
that
for you.
that you took that trip, because I know it's a trip, bro. It's a nice little trip.
It's okay.
Especially on the way back home right now, you're probably gonna experience a little bit of that road rage or not. Depends on how happy of a person you are. I had a great time, man, and hopefully we can meet again in the future. And I know that things are going in the right direction. Yeah. And man, it was a real pleasure, Choncy, for you to come over. And as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, share this with everybody. I love you guys, and I will catch you guys next time.
You guys have a nice day.